Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Audio Video Room. This is going to be my part two video of my first two Rhino Reserves. I kept calling it Rhino High Fidelity by accident in the last video because I'm just so used to the quality of the Rhino High Fidelity. These are Rhino Reserves, so it's a less expensive version of Rhino High Fidelity. Gone are the gatefolds. Gone are the black sleeve, polyline sleeves. Gone are the tip-on jackets, stout jackets. And you get a less expensive version, but that doesn't mean lower quality. So this is the Porno for Pyros album. This album was the debut studio album by alternative rock band Porno for Pyros, released on April 27th of 1993, making me 23 when this came out. Now, I was at the record store when this came out working, and this thing got a lot of play. CD got a lot of play in the store I worked in. And it was routinely played when I got into tattoo at many of the tattoo parlors. Always came out, was always being played. A lot of love for this album. Now, Porno for Pyros came about because Jane's Addiction was battling heroin problems within the band, mainly guitarist Dave Navarro and bassist Eric Avery. Substance abuse issues made them leave the band in '91 to attempt to stay clean. The other half of the band wished to continue making music. So the remaining members of Jane's Addiction, Farrell, lead vocals, and Stephen Perkins on drums, were joined by guitarist Peter DiStefano and future Jane's Addiction bassist Martin Lenoble, and continued under the new name Porno for Pyros. The band is the name, and the album is a reference to the 1992 Los Angeles riots, which are mentioned throughout this album as a recurring theme. Now, this album was certified gold in the US and had a #1 hit with the track Pets. Great video, too, I might add. Pets is a fantastic song, fantastic video, one of my favorites back in the day. I remember driving around Detroit playing Pets full volume, but that's not just Pets. Cursed Female, the #4 track, also great. Sadness, the opening track. Porno for Pyros, the second track. I mean, it just keeps on going. Side 2, Bad Shit, Packin' 25, Black Girlfriend. I mean, this is a banger from start to finish. It's like they took all that fire that was within them for Jane's Addiction and just transferred it over to this album. Now, this is the brand new Rhino Reserve edition. This album is the second coming of Christ for vinyl, says a Discog reviewer. The Discog reviews are amazing for this. They made me want to buy this album. Now, I had to search this out because it was sold out on the Rhino site. But if you go to secondary market sites, you can still find it, and it might very well be repressed and resold on Rhino. But at this time that I'm making this video, it's sold out. I got it from Mike at the In Groove. Now, if you saw my unpacking in the Von Bondi's video, Mike at the In Groove does great jobs. He even has his own little sticker. And just like the other Von Bondi's, this has that wraparound sticker. So I just heated it up with a hair dryer and peeled it back. I did it from the back side. See how it's shorter on the back but longer on the front? But if you heat it up, you can peel this Rhino Reserves hype sticker and fold it right over, just like I did, to the supplied bag it comes in. Now, this is normally how I rebag my vinyl in these clear plastic liners. And these are fantastic that they're giving it for you in the price for a $31 record. Now, it says on the hype sticker here, Porno for Pyros, following the demise of Jane's Addiction, Farrell and Stephen Perkins formed alternative rockers Porno for Pyro, bringing on guitarist Peter DiStefano and bassist Martin Lenoble. Lacquers cut from the original analog masters by Joe Nino Hernandez at Sterling Sound. Now, the one difference between this and the Von Bondi's is the Rhino Reserve series will also do cut from digital. So the Von Bondi's was cut from digital. This is cut from analog. So hypothetically, this could have been a Rhino High Fidelity. I wonder why they didn't go that route. I think it would have exploded if it was a Rhino High Fidelity. But good on them for choosing to do the Rhino Reserve route. It's a little less, affords you to buy 2 records maybe instead of 1. That's how I did it. So this is the outer case. And then it comes with the record in the fidelity, just like the Von Bondies that I got and reviewed, and the other Rhino Reserve titles for that matter. Also has that Rhino Reserve label on it and on black vinyl. Good, thick, solid black vinyl, I might add. This is not flimsy vinyl from the 90s, if you will. Now, I gave this an ultrasonic clean, an ultrasonic bath. I put it on a 15-minute cycle, just like I did my other Rhino Reserve, and let it air dry. I give it a rinse with distilled water from a pressure sprayer after I clean it in the ultrasonic. That gets me a very low minimal static charge to it. I usually use my static gun on or my arc lighter on to make it super quiet. And it is whisper quiet. Now, a few of the reviewers on the Discogs site pointed out that this pressing has Pets as the last track on side one, which usually is an initial concern. Now, when it comes on, you can't even hear an inkling of quality drop from the first track until the last. And he writes, mind you, the last track is practically hugging the label. It's so close. So it's unbelievably good, he says. It makes me want to buy the reissues of albums I don't even care about just for the sound. Said another, Rhino's Audiophile series can do no wrong. Another reserve champ. And I couldn't agree more. I was playing this so loud, giving it my first play. My wife came and knocked on my door and said, we rocking out in there? And I said, yeah, I like to listen to them before I review them, just so I can get a better sound for it. And I told her I felt the nostalgia come rushing back like I was as a 20-year-old working in the record store. And isn't that what a lot of it is about? You add to that the quality. Now, I was used to listening to it on CD, not on vinyl. This thing sounded as clean as a CD, and the sonics, holy shit, I'm telling you, this thing fucking rules. Loud. We're really in a new age, gang. From the Danzig reissues, you can look at my video, to the Von Bondies I just did, to the Rhino High Fidelities, and now these Rhino Reserves. There's a fistful of other albums in the Reserve series that I wanted, but I was unsure because I already owned copies of those albums. I'm willing to give them a second chance now and go buy more of these Rhino Reserves. Holy shit, this thing really sounded fantastic. Again, for not being a stout tip-on gatefold jacket, this thing is super flat, no dents, no corners. It does have an insert, as you see it kind of flying out. Now, this insert, I wonder if this insert was also a sleeve in the originals. I don't know, because I looked up on Discogs, and the original copies of this album are astronomical. And that's even if you can find one. Currently, there's one for sale on Discogs, and it's way more than I'm willing to pay for a record album. This at $33, come on. Again, this is another example of a modern record getting the quality audiophile release, not for $100. This is not like those $100 Linkin Park albums that were released. This is a $33 album from analog, not digital like those $100 albums. I mean, what else can you want? If you support these records being released by these labels in this quality, with this quality of sound, we're going to get more of them, guys. Maybe we'll finally get that Eddie Vedder Into the Wild repressed by someone, the one that goes for crazy money. I've wanted that album for a long time. Can't afford those original prices. These new reserve lines or the vinyl file lines, let's get some of these bangers out. You know, it's a golden age for us, gang. Yeah, I recommend this. Like I said, just like the other one, you're getting quality records, quality packaging, quality pressings, and quality mastering. This Joe Nino Hernandez, dude, Joe Nino Hernandez, I'm going to learn. I might even tattoo that on my arm, along with my Kevin Gray tattoo, or my Chris Bellman tattoo, or my Bernie Grundman tattoo. No, I'm just kidding. But I would. They're that good. These guys, rally around these cats, man. Rally around them, because they're pressing the records that we want. Now, I had picked up this Rocktober Porno for Pyros because I didn't think the Porno for Pyros debut album was going to happen. What with the Jane's Addiction falling apart, the fist fight that they had on stage. So I picked this up, and this is also a killer title for a Rocktober release. $25. Come, guys! Wow, we got two Porno for Pyros releases, audiophile releases, if you will, at $20, $30 price points. And this was so good that I decided when this came out, I was definitely going to get it. And I'm glad I did. Pick up both of them. There's some extra tracks on this one. And I compared Pets on that to Pets on this. And this has just a little bit more sonic sheen to it. Just a little bit. I mean, I was cranking it so damn loud. Who knows? These 55-year-old ears are not what they used to be. But I'm telling you, man, between this and the Von Bondies, I'm ordering some other titles. I'm ordering that Tango in the Night for sure. I already have a Tango in the Night, Chris Bellman, but the way these came out, I mean, analog, come on. I think that was a digital cut, that last Tango in the Night that I got. Winners, chicken dinners all day long. And say what you might about Perry Farrell and the problems he's had. The man's an artist. The man is an artist, and the band can play. Stephen Perkins, amazingly kind man. I met Dave Navarro, Perry Farrell, and Stephen Perkins and Eric Avery when I photographed Jane's Addiction. And what a shame that we've lost that band. You know, maybe the guys can find a new lead singer, or one of them can take over lead singing vocals for their new album. But it's a damn shame that we can't have them as a band together making new albums with Perry on vocals, because the man's voice is unique. And his voice in this, the balance, again, the care put into tweaking those dials, whatever they do, the magic that they do, the bass, the drum, the guitar solos, you guys, again, a winner. I'm wondering when I'm going to come across another loser. You know, maybe it's a Walmart pressing, like that horrible Fleetwood Mac Walmart pressing I got. I may avoid Walmart altogether at this point. Just keep ordering from these labels putting out these records. Now, again, I just ordered 3 of the 4 vinyl file titles, and I'll get those in and I'll review those just like I'm doing this. Hopefully, maybe someone will send me a Nat King Cole that I can review, because I'd really like to hear the Nat King Cole as well. I just can't swing 4 albums. I could barely handle doing 3. So get this album, support these labels, support these reissues. It's a win. If you like 90s music, early 2000s music, the Von Bondies, this album, I mean, turn it up, enjoy it. They're well worth it. I'd like to thank everybody for visiting me again at the Audio Video Room. More reviews coming. Like and subscribe as always. I really appreciate everyone watching and all the comments. A lot of friends being made lately with me, a lot of friends. And we will see you next time in the Audio Video Room.